everyone. Happy February 1st. It's Tracy broadcasting to you live from Golden Dog Adventure Company headquarters. And we have been busy in January planning and researching and surveying and talking with partners, talking with members, and getting ready for our rollout for 2024. So that's why we are coming to you live today. We took a little bit of a hiatus for most of December and all of January so that we could plan what would be happening for this year, both for education and for adventures and a number of other things. So we've got a little bit of a longer presentation tonight, but obviously it's being recorded, so you'll be able to access it after if you're not able to stay with us the whole time. But let's jump into it. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and post, and I'll address them as I go through. Or if it's going to be answered later on in the presentation, I'll just have you wait and we'll answer it then. All right, so here we go with all the good stuff for this year. All right. Oh, actually, before we start, though, I just have to say this is one of our members' dogs, this cutie here. This is Orion in downtown Portsmouth. I just love that expression. She grabbed a great photo of him. All right, so this is what we're going to be talking about tonight. We've got our 2023 highlights, our survey highlights, going to talk about our partners, membership, new experiences we rolled out, education, our February rollout of events, regular adventures, special events, Summer Olympics, member-only events, and then we'll take any additional questions. So this is a full load, but this is great also for anybody who's not familiar with the type of events we offer. This will give you a highlight and summary of the different things we do. So first, let's go over our 2023 highlights. So as you may know, most of 2023 was rained out. I'm just going to hide that there so we can see everything. According to NHPR, it was the wettest summer on record. So many of our events were either canceled, rescheduled. It was awful. So a lot of the things we rolled out last year, we didn't actually get to experience. So we've included them in this year. So you may see some names or some titles of events that are similar, but many of them we didn't get a chance to roll out last year. So we're going to roll them out this year and hope that Mother Nature gives us a better year. All right, so one of the highlights from last year is that we surpassed the 38,000 mark for funds raised and donated to charitable partners. Thanks to our community team, members and partners. This was definitely a community effort that we're very proud of. This program started in 2019, so we're hoping this year that we'll surpass the 40,000 mark. Last year was a big year. We partnered with Sandra McCarthy Photography for her Pets of the 603 project, and we were able to raise a little over $15,000, which was donated to Mary's Dogs. That was a year-long campaign. We've got a couple other smaller things this year that we're doing. I don't think we'll have anything as big because we have the Olympics going on this year. But you'll see some fun things from us, some pokers in the fire, if we will, that we're waiting to hear back from that could end up being large fundraising campaigns, but we'll keep you updated on that. So one of the things, too, that we did because of all the rain is we decided to pivot and we opened Golden Dog Playground, which is located in Barrington. It's hosted by Sniff Spot, and it is a 1 acre fenced in area. It's like a private dog park. We'll be talking a little bit more about that here later on. And it took off well with our community. We ended up achieving top spot status within 10 days. So we appreciate the support for that. We also opened Golden Dog Getaway in Barrington, hosted by Airbnb. And due to the support we received from our community, we achieved Superhost status by October 1st. So again, very grateful for the support there. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later on in the presentation. We also secured some additional media attention with several of our partners also being highlighted. We were contacted by New Hampshire Chronicle, Boston 25 News, Portsmouth Herald, Concord Monitor, and Dogster. So we appreciate the support from the media always. We also revised and relaunched our Reactive Dog Support Group, and we collaborated with a number of national and international dog trainers. We filled our first group. We had 15 people. I can't remember how many. Excuse me, I'm going to lose my voice. We had some books that we read. It was a great collaborative, supportive group, a lot of information shared, a lot of support given. We had some of our expert dog training partners pop in as well to provide support. So we'll be rolling that out again this year. That'll start in March. So we also announced in December that aversive training tools would no longer be allowed at our event starting January 1st due to improper usage. We're moving forward towards a more force-free and relationship-based training model. When our members were surveyed, 67% of them rated this as a favorable move, with 21% being neutral. And because of this announcement, too, our listening sessions were developed, as was our dog training panel, which I'll talk about later on. We also launched our Dog Friendly NH review site on Facebook and Instagram. You can find us at Dog Friendly NH Reviews, and we have over 5 years of data on trails and parks and breweries and businesses and wineries and meaderies and just all kinds of great places. So now we're sharing that information at its own profile. And it has information there that's, dog friendly, but it also has information for people who love reactive dogs. It's got what we call a reactive dog comfort level. And it also looks at different things that other reviewers don't, like All Trails and some of the different places, Bring Fido, things like that. We take a little bit of a deeper look, and we give you some fun things to do in those places too, to help engage your dog, whether it's physical or mental stimulation. So feel free to check us out on that profile. As I mentioned, the dog training methodology listening sessions were rolled out in January. We have since completed 2 of those sessions, and we have one last session coming up in February. Basically, we are asking questions and we are listening to responses. We are continuing discussions based on information that is brought up. But it's really a chance for people of all schools of thinking to come together and share what they know, share what they would like to learn. And that has been really helpful for us as we develop our curriculum over the next year. All right, so let's talk a little bit about our survey highlights. And this was our member survey. So for the second year in a row, 100% of our members surveyed rated their experience with the club as a 4 or 5. 75% of members surveyed rated that they will definitely be renewing their membership or that they are a founding member. 96% of members surveyed rated the statement, "The team at Golden Dog cares about me and my dog," as a 4 or a 5. The most common feedback we heard from members revolved around increasing the new member experience. So we have some new ideas that we will be rolling out there. So key takeaways from this survey: members want additional value added to the new and current member experience, more member-only opportunities, additional off-leash events. Members attended more events in 2023 versus 2022, which surprised me because most events were rained out. So we were able to boost that though, which was great. Implement new member in-person meetups, start a member-only text messaging service, and include more opportunities for dogs to socialize at events. So we do have some new things being rolled out that you'll learn about in this presentation and then, over the next couple of months. So just want to talk with you about our amazing partners because they are responsible for much of the curriculum, education, giveaways, prizes that we do. These are our corporate partners. And when you're thinking about getting your pet food, your supplies, your other things, please think of our partners first. We'd really appreciate it. So Pet Supplies Plus in Somersworth, Friendly Pets in Lee and Exeter, Mary's Dogs in Northwood, Woof Meow Family Pet Center in Dover and Derry, and then the mall at Fox Run in Newington. They've been very supportive of us. And then our wonderful expert partners, we have Canine Strong, Barrington Barks and Behavior, Misbehavior, Animal Health Consultants, which is also Dr. Lisa Boyer, Greg West Photography, Red Pointy Dog Training, Jody Crotty Soul Level Animal Communicator, You and Your Dog Training and Services, Kimberly Sarah Photography, Positive Pet, No Monkey Business Dog Training, Sandra McCarthy Photography, Good Paws Bakery, Canine Chaos, and the New Hampshire Coalition for the Support of Service Dogs. We are grateful for their continued support. And again, please check them out, learn about them, support them, share things on their social media, like their pages, follow them, anything that you can do to show them some love, we'd really be grateful. All right, let's talk a little bit about our membership. And hopefully you can still hear me. I'm seeing that I'm having a little bit of an unstable connection here. Let's see if I'm getting any messages here. Okay, nope. All right. So you can learn more about membership at goldendognh.com. We do socials, special events, hikes, and so much more. And every month we roll out a different membership bonus. The new one just rolled out for February. So if you were to go to this link, it would tell you what you would get as a new member signing up for annual membership. So for less than $13 a month, you get access to our online library with over 60 hours of expert video content, discounts with collaborating businesses and other partners, first access to event tickets, $10 off regular adventures, $15 off our special adventure tickets. You get invited to member-only adventures, 15% off discount at online store, 10% off private events, access to online education and member events like Ask the Veterinarian, Ask the Expert, pop-up talks, our Zoom holiday party, and more. And new for 2024, we are rolling out a member assistance program, which I'm going to tell you about now. So basically, this was established for members who might be encountering any financial difficulties due to a number of reasons: job loss, impact of the pandemic, family bereavement, illness, or other foreseen circumstances. We have a fund set aside to help pay with veterinary bills, pet food, pet equipment, if you have fallen on hard times and need a helping hand. We're going to keep adding to this fund, much like we donate to our charitable partners. We're going to allocate some of the money that we raise throughout the year to go to this fund as well. And that is a new member benefit. All right, let's talk about the new experiences in more detail that we rolled out for this year. So again, the first was the playground located here in Barrington. As I mentioned, it is 1 acre, all fenced in, with all kinds of fun things for you to do, because our goal here is to just let your dog be a dog so they can sniff, investigate, discover, dig, roll in the grass, chase, climb, play in water, lounge, run, mark, play fetch, play tug, take a nap, catch squeaky toys, wander, and so much more. And you'll see here's a few pictures of some of our happy customers who have come repeated times. So we're really thankful for that support. If you're not familiar with what Sniff Spot is, it's a whole movement across the country and actually internationally to find private spaces for dogs who are reactive, are uncomfortable in regular dog parks, just need a little extra space, or just somebody, who wants to bring their dog to a place where they can just do fun things together. So we hopped on that bandwagon because we decided to invest in fencing in our backyard last year because of adopting a third dog, and it worked out well that we could share that with other people too. So you can learn more about that on our website, or you can find us on Sniff Spot if you search for the Barrington area. And this is what it looks like in winter. So we still have winter fun as well. We've got our tires out there. We've got our tunnel. We have a tire tower. We have a hay bale tower. A lot of natural fitness stations. We have a heater there too. We're offering free heat through the middle of November. Middle of, what month are we in? Geez, February. And this was just a picture from the sky using our drone, so you can see kind of the open space we have. And then we also have a lot of that area that's forested is also included in the playground location. And then at the bottom part of the screen, I'm not sure if you can see my blue dot here, kind of down in this area, we also have chickens. Some people love having the chickens there because it's great enrichment for their dogs. They love the smell. But other people, their dogs have a high prey drive, and we do have an option for hiding the chickens at no additional cost. So that's if you did want to experiment or experience this area and your dog has a high prey drive, we can certainly make them go in their coop for a little while you're checking out the place. All right. And then, as I mentioned, we also opened our Airbnb. Basically, our focus is on glamping meets relaxing nature setting meets sniff spot. And it's interesting. The what we've done here is we had one one person. It was a couple of friends, but they came last year and they stayed in the camper. They're the only guests last year that did not have a dog, and they're the only ones we've ever had stay that have given us less than a 5 rating. And it was interesting because their review said it rained all weekend, so we didn't get to have the experience. Because we create a whole experience for dogs and their people. I mean, everything we do in this space is catered to dogs and their people. So I actually put in the listing on Airbnb that if you're not traveling with dogs, then don't come here because this is not for you. We really only want people coming with dogs. And when you come here too, you also get full access to our sniff spot location. So it's a great place to bring your dog and bond and relax. We have lots of great trails around here too. We give you a welcome book that has great information on local wineries you can go to, trails you can hike, different partners that offer experiences nearby. So if it's a rainy day, things that you can do. And if you're not a member, we also make you an honorary member for the time that you are with us. You get a temporary card and you can get discounts at all of the partner discounts that all of our current members utilize. So if you have people coming from out of town, traveling with their dogs, feel free to send them our information. And that's what it looks like from the outside. It's basically a 40-foot fifth wheel, and it's got lots of accommodations in there. We actually used it. We traveled across the country with our kids back in 2014, 2015, and took our cats with us. So it's a nice little house, about 450 square feet. All right, so let's talk to you now about our education for 2024. So we will have these different partners as our featured experts. So we've got No Monkey Business Dog Training in March. We've got Canine Strong in April, Misbehavior in May, Barrington Barks and Behavior in June, Red Pointy Dog Training in July, Jody Karate in September, You and Your Dog Training and Services in October, and Positive Pet in November. And they'll be rolling out some great events, hosting our official club adventures, pop-up talks, Ask the Expert sessions, all kinds of great stuff. So also the national experts so far that we are bringing in are Kim Brophy. She was actually a holdover from last year. We had to reschedule her. So she will be speaking in March. And if you were signed up and you registered for the talk in 2023, you should have received an email from us with a new date. You are all signed up and will be able to attend this one as well. Simone Mueller will be coming to us in May. She will be talking about predation substitute training. And Marlene O'Neill LaBerge will be coming to us in October. She will be helping us out with our new mental health support group that we will be rolling out that I will be mentioning shortly. We do have a number of other national and international dog trainers we're speaking with. I'm just not sure how many we're going to bring on, though. We had quite a few last year, and it wasn't as popular as I had hoped. So we may scale back on some of the different national experts that we were thinking of bringing in. All right, so our reactive dog support group will be rolling out again as well. That'll be starting in March. We'll have recorded sessions if you're unable to attend. It's an opportunity for quality connection with other reactive dog pet parents. In-depth discussions of different themes and topics important to reactive dog owners. We'll also have special guests in March, May, June, July, October, and November. And it's an opportunity to share your challenges and successes and receive support from other reactive dog owners and experts. So you can keep an eye out on our calendar and our newsletter, and we'll be sending information on that sometime in February. All our online events will be coming back, pop-up talks, online special presentations, Ask the Expert, which is for members only, Ask the Veterinarian with Dr. Lisa Boyer, Lunch and Learns, live broadcasts, member orientation, which is for members only, member-only Zoom holiday party and crafting classes. So last year we did snuffle mats, which was well received, and we'll see if there's something else we might be able to put in a Zoom format for this year. So the mental health support group is what we are also rolling out new this year from March to November. There'll be 90-minute sessions. They're free for everyone to join. We will be reading and discussing the stress prescription. We'll share stories, give and get support. And then, as I mentioned, Marlene O'Neill-LaBerge will join us in October. And she will share some insights with us, draw some parallels, and discuss the book with us as well, because she actually recommended it to me and said it was a great book to use for this type of setting. All right, so February rollout. So this is what we have coming up this month. So this Saturday, we've got our Night Sky Tour. This is our member-only event for February. It will be in Merrimack at 5 p.m. Again, members only. We're going to have hot drinks. We're going to have some enrichment activities. We're going to have a night sky tour with the New Hampshire Astronomical Society. And if you're coming with your reactive dog, that's no problem. We're going to have a conference line on our mobile phone, so you'll be able to stand wherever it's comfortable for you, or sit in your car and listen to the night sky narration. Next Wednesday, February 7th, 7 o'clock in our Zoom room will be our third and last listening session. It's a guided conversation. We'll ask questions. You'll be able to share. We will listen. And then all that information will be used for our dog training panel the next day, February 8th at 6:30 p.m. We will have Misbehavior joining us, Red Pointy Dog Training, Barrington Barks and Behavior, You and Your Dog Training and Services, and Positive Pet. And they'll be reviewing the feedback from the listening sessions prior as well, and answering a lot of questions that were brought up in those sessions. Saturday, February 10th at 2 p.m. is our annual Valentine's Day hike and VID party. VID stands for Very Important Dog. That is in partnership with Canine Strong. And I see one of my pictures is missing here. Decided to disappear on me here. We will be doing a hike, indoor doggy social, off leash, of course. You'll be able to use the fitness equipment provided by Canine Strong. It'll be a catered lunch, and I make a really good catered lunch. It's all homemade. There'll be massage instruction. You'll learn how to do different massage techniques on your dog. And there will be door prizes as well. It's always a great event. We have a fun time. And it's obviously come dressed in red. We're going to be celebrating the holiday. All right, and then finally in February, we've got our member orientation, which will happen on February 29th at 7 p.m. in the Zoom room. This is open to new and current members. Come learn about benefits and get your questions answered. All right, and to register for any of those events or learn more about them, you just go to goldendognh.com and click on Adventures. All right, let's talk about our regular adventures. So pop-up adventures are our most popular adventure. They happen on the weekends only. They're more random throughout the year based on weather. This year, what we're going to do is, we were planning these too far in advance, and then it would rain and we wouldn't have a rain date. We'd try to reschedule it. It would rain again and would end up getting canceled. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do them anywhere from 24 hours to a 1-week notice, sometimes longer. When we can get a kind of a long range look at the weather. We're hoping that way we can pop up some that will be on really nice days, as opposed to so-so days or rainy days. So some will be scheduled further out. Others will literally pop up, which the name suggests, because the first year we rolled them out, that's exactly what we did. We would pop it up, and anybody who was available could join us, usually within a 24 to 48 hour time frame. So we'll do a little bit more of that, just as we see what the weather's going to do this year. So it also includes socials like our brewery socials, wineries, meaderies, ice cream, the beach, etc. And it also includes small groups up to 6 people, where we do some different things, more of just a private social get together where everybody gets to know each other a little bit better when we have the smaller groups. Our pack adventures happen during the week only. They're more random throughout the year, again, based on weather. We don't tend to do them this time of year just because of the less daylight. Usually, when we spring ahead, we'll start putting the pack adventures on the calendar. Again, these will go probably 24-hour to 1 week notice as well as we see what the rain's going to do or what the weather's going to do. If we, notice a similar pattern to last year, this will work for us. If we're having more of a dry summer, we'll be able to pop more up with a longer lead time. So we'll just see what Mother Nature has in store for us. Doggy socials will be happening again. They happen either on weekdays or on the weekends. More random throughout the year, again, based on weather, 24 hours to 1 week notice, and they're held at the playground in Barrington that I highlighted for you. And what's nice here, too, at the playground is we have a larger space and a smaller space. And I know people have come and used the space, trainers as well, when they want to introduce two dogs to each other. They can have them in different enclosed areas, and the dogs can still interact with each other, see each other, get to know each other. And we also have small dog socials, large dog socials, and we will be doing some senior socials in a partnership with No Monkey Business Dog Training this year as well. Official club adventures happen on weekends only. They are scheduled in advance so that you know when they're coming up. We'll try to have rain dates for them as well if we can. They are always hosted by a featured expert. You can see in this picture here, this is Christine from You and Your Dog Training and Services with one of our members, Mary, and her dog, Kaiser. And we are doing an intro to agility class at their place in New Boston. That was really well received. They are usually a dog training focused activity, but I know in September, when Jody Crotty is our featured expert, she does a great mindful walk at Demerit Hill Farm in Lee, which is always well attended. All right, so talking about our special events. So these include the Valentine's Day VID party, our maple sugaring experience, which will be coming back in March. This is always a popular one, always sells out. So if it is something you are interested in, I highly recommend you get your tickets early. Members will have first access to tickets, and then if there's anything left, it will be offered to the community. This year, we will be partnering with Brooks Sugar House up in Freedom, New Hampshire, and we will be walking at White Lake State Park, which is only open to dogs in the winter. It's a 2-mile walk around the lake. Really pretty. Depending on how much snow they have, it could either be snowshoeing and hiking, or it may just be hiking. We'll know better in March once we see what the snow totals are. We have some other tasting experiences that we're working on. Right now we're working with an African restaurant for hopefully an African experience, and also a hot sauce manufacturer for different hot sauces on different grilled meats. So those are in the works. We'll keep you posted. We're hoping our spring egg hunt is going to happen this year. We've run into some snags with the place that we used to use. There's just too many limitations placed on us, and it makes it really difficult to please the town and please our participants. So we were looking for a new place this year. We thought we had secured a location, and then they stopped communicating with us. So we are now talking with one of our partners to see if there's something we might be able to pull together. So I will keep you updated. If you were in Group C for last year's event, I think that includes 11 people. I know that you have a 50% off ticket for this year due to a miscount with the eggs for last year. If for some reason the spring egg hunt does not happen, your 50% off coupon will be honored at any of our special events this year. And we will follow up with you individually as well, just to keep you updated on everything going on there. Stand-up paddleboarding will be back. Skijoring most likely will not be back. It's looking like Gunstock's not going to have enough snow to host us. So we'll look at bringing that back in 2025. February next year will probably be a better time for us. Bird walks with nature education opportunities will be back. Sensory scavenger hunts with Barrington Barks and Behavior. Our Bark Ranger program was on hiatus last year because we did it in 2022. We'll most likely bring it back this year, so we'll be off to St. Gaudens on the west side of the state, and then we meander into Vermont. We've got some breweries and distilleries over there that we do events with. So we'll probably throw that back on again if there's enough interest. And then our Portsmouth scavenger hunt will most likely be back on the calendar again, too, in collaboration with Kimberly Sarah Photography. And you can see these three cuties here are actually part of the Portsmouth scavenger hunt. This was one of the pictures that people had to take. This is a Dodge bench here in front of one of the restaurants. But that was a great event this year, too. And it was also in partnership with a number of downtown businesses in Portsmouth who offered prizes for the event. All right, let's talk about the Summer Olympics. And I have to pause here for a moment because I absolutely love this photo that Sandra McCarthy Photography pictured, because it really captures the essence of what we try to achieve in the Olympics. This is our member Lori Ann and her dog Obi, and she was trying very, very hard to get Obi interested in diving off the dock. One of the competitions we did for the Olympics was dock diving. And he just did not, he was not interested. So she was like, okay, what if I jump in? Then maybe Obi will want to come in too. She sees me do it. So that was the thinking. So this is her in the midst of jumping in with his ball. He did not go in, but it was a great photo. We love it. Sandra did a great job capturing that. But I like this photo because it captures, again, the essence of what we're looking for. We're not necessarily looking for the dog that, jumps the furthest off the dock or runs the furthest in an event or, is the fastest or whatever. We're looking for that spirit and that relationship between the handler and the dog. That's really what the awards are based on. And you'll be learning a lot about the Olympics as we get ready for them this year. The last time we did them was 2021. And I promised we would be back, and we time it with the Summer Olympics for humans because it makes more sense, and there's better media opportunities as well for our partners. So this year it will run from July 26th to August 11th, which is a 2-week time period in the summer. We will have an opening ceremony again and a closing ceremony. Both of those will be on Zoom. We will have physical activities available and mental enrichment. We will also have a wheelie cart division in partnership with Walk-In Pets, and we will also have a senior division. There'll be about 15 to 20 host locations from Concord to the seacoast down to the border of Massachusetts. And there will also be 2 areas this time if you win a trophy or a medal. We'll have one location in southern New Hampshire and one location in Stratford, Rockingham County, where we'll get together for a little social after the fact, pick up trophies, pick up your medals, things like that. And here's just a couple pictures. There's Obi up there in the pool. That was a water relay. I love this picture too. Again, this is at dock diving, the dog with the toy in its mouth and the woman kissing the dog. Again, it's about the bond. It's about cheering on your dog. It's like, hey, you can do it. It's okay if you don't want to do it. But again, that's what we look for. That's really the spirit of our Olympics. The dog there with the balls and stuff in the pit, that was a sensory game with misbehavior. And then below there, we were at Cow Palace Creamery for the ice cream eating contest. So all kinds of fun activities. We'll have a lot of the same ones from 2021 because they were really popular, but we do have a lot of new host locations we're working with this year, indoors and outdoors. So we'll be offering a lot more this time around. All right, member-only events. So this is our lineup for the year, and what we're trying to do is schedule them 60, 90, 120 days out. So members can get these on their calendar, hoping to have a rain date with each of these 2 if possible. Honestly, there's just not enough time in the month to have rain dates for everything. But some of these were on the calendar for last year and just didn't happen due to the rain, so we put them on for this year. Some may be tweaked just, depending on what happens with weather and, when we get into those months, obviously anything can happen. But this is the lineup for members. So I hope it'll be a good year for getting together with our members. Also, what we're going to do for members, because we heard you want more member-only events, we're going to do some small group hikes. So this will be no more than 6 to 10 members at a time. We're going to be looking at waterfalls in and around New Hampshire, some up in the northern part of New Hampshire. We also want to do the Castle in the Clouds hike. We're looking at some full moon hikes as well, and then some different mountains. So it's funny, actually. Somebody asked me recently, one of our members, why we weren't doing more mountain hikes. And if I have to be honest, the last 18 months I've had awful plantar fasciitis, and now it's finally gone. Woohoo! So I've been doing yoga and different things to make sure it doesn't happen again. But I'm ready to go. And so is Ray, of course. He's been ready for years. He just had to wait for my feet to heal. So we're looking at some fun outings. But again, we're keeping the group small because some of these things we have not hiked before. We unfortunately can't hike everything before we bring people on them. So that's why we're going to keep the group small for the first time around. But those will be for members only as well, and obviously happening in the warmer weather. That is it. So let's see. Okay, it only took me 35 minutes. I really wasn't sure how long it would take me to get through this. So if anybody has any questions, I'm just going to pause for a moment. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I don't see any questions in here as of yet. Terry said yes to the Summer Olympics. I remember Obi did win. It was either a trophy or a medal. I remember him. No, not Obi. Rocky. I don't remember my dogs here. Sorry, Terry. Rocky winning at the Olympics. And then I know Obi did too. Lisa, I hope you and Henry will be joining us this year. There'll be all kinds of fun events. So I'm not seeing any questions posted, guys. So if you are watching on the replay and you have questions, feel free to tag me. Our email address is woof@goldendognh.com as well. But more information will be coming over the next couple of months. As we finalize those host locations and get everything tied down with our partners. We are actually have some sponsors interested this year in sponsoring us and putting together goodie bags and all kind of fun things like that. So it's going to be a great Olympics. So Lisa says, are there any indoor off-leash socials happening if we can't make it to the VID party? Sorry if I missed this. I came on here late. So there is the one at K9 Strong happening next Saturday. Let me just think. Indoor. That might be the only one scheduled at the moment. I mean, we certainly can do more with K9 Strong. We do have a member-only one coming up. I think it's May. May? Yeah, May. At Short Sands. And there is a new place opening in the Lakes region, K9 Connection, I think it's called. I've been in touch with her, and I hope to host a couple events there as well. I've also been in touch with Dog Agility and Cafe in Hooksett. They are not an indoor off-leash dog gym, but they are like intro to sports and things like that. They will actually be a host location for the Olympics. But our search continues. I will also recommend to you the new Playland at Woof Meow in Derry. That is a great new space. We'll be posting about that soon on Dog Friendly NH Reviews. I was just there. What's today? Thursday? Yeah, I was there yesterday. Talking with the owner and his team and taking pictures. That is a great new space. And that will also they'll be using that space in the Olympics as well as their pool. Will be host location in the Olympics. So yeah, we're looking for more locations, but if you're looking for places to take Henry, I highly recommend K9 Strong or the Wolf Playland, which actually, and I don't know which one's closer to you. I guess it depends on which highway you live off of there, but those are two great choices right there. And then when K9 Connection comes on in the Lakes region, I'll let everybody know about that too. So great. Thanks for the question, Lisa. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Have a great evening, and hopefully we'll see you at an adventure this year. All right, guys. Have a great night.